All right, everybody. As y'all requested, y'all want to know what kind of pallets we was using, what we were using, make these beds. I'm in an industrial complex at work, so they bring large transformers in on these pallets. So they're pretty heavy skids, and just so happens they use that same pallet for a number of different items. So they got plenty of them, and they're hiring somebody to come in and crush the dumpster and get rid of them. So I've been helping them out by bringing them to the house. Miss Lippy will bring y'all in. I'm basically ripping one pallet in half, standing it up, having two sides. And we should show you the boxes, but basically the box ends up being 30 inches tall, 2 foot wide, and 4 foot long when you get done. Open bottom, sitting in there, so we fill it with all her good mixture we told you about, and then top it off with our soil and everything on the top.
And I'll show them how I do a bed from start to finish.
Yeah, she'll show you all that, but she'll bring you in close and show you kind of what we're doing, how we're ripping them. If my poor old saw makes it through this, it's gonna be good. I bought that saw in 1999, and she's still slinging dust. So we'll cut it in half, start with that, and then it won't reach all the way. So we have to get the saws off. Get the battery out. Got to get a good battery too. Drag it off of there. Let it stand up. Now I start at the top. Then you end up with two halves. We'll show you a little more here in a little while, but you end up with two halves. I tie them together. It makes an individual box, but you'll see when we get done, it's all one long run.
Another box.
Another box going in. All we do is build the box, butt them up together, and then fasten them with timber screws. Just keep building the line down through here.
And I'll show them the inside real quick. Oops. No. There you go.
And that'll get filled with
all my good stuff.
all the good stuff.
I'll show y'all. This is layers, years of pine straw piled up here. Lippy calls this gold. I'll put a wheelbarrow full of this pine straw, and then I'm gonna go pick up all the oak leaves and all the little sticks. And that's gonna go down in those beds before we ever put the dirt in. It's wet, wet. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lay cardboard that I broke up. Anything to fit into the bottom. This will break down. That's the easiest way to mash it down. And this is that pine straw. I'm gonna back it up some. And it's heavy because it's wet. Okay, now I'm going to go get a load of just leaves, you know, oak leaves, sticks, things like that. I'm trying to get around your maze.
Try and get around my maze?
Yeah.
I'll make a good maze.
I know you do. Okay, as you can see, remember I showed you we put the pine straw halfway up? Then we come in with all the leaves and sticks. And that's what we're working on now. And then we're going to come in with the soil. Okay, this is going to give you the visual. And I'm going to try to go slow. There will not be an entrance to this, but right here, and that metal arch was on the property. It was rotted at the base, but Buddy modified it. So these boxes is going to actually outline the garden, this one garden. Then as you can see, it goes all the way down. Oh, there's my glasses, y'all. See? Now I've got some stuff planted already. Then we're going to come down here. Now these herbs that I'm going to show you, they've been planted over a week in these boxes. That's just some zinnias. I took some white rock that was on the property to add some trace minerals. Here's the parsley. I got a cherry tomato. And I have a surprise tomato that has no name. It looks like a celebrity, but we're going to find out. And these are some cedar blocks that Buddy made for me, and I'll put a planter there. Here's some marigolds. There's the rosemary, the oregano. Here's a bed full of lemon balm. And there's my other cedar stand, as I call it. Then over here, you're going to see some lavender, thyme, and what I did is I incorporated some key lime zinnias. They don't get very tall, so I figured they would get just enough height, and then that'll give a good color palette. Then there's the other zinnias. So let me raise the camera up. So if you follow my finger, we're going to actually come all the way down, like I said, a perimeter. And then the rest of the beds will actually stay in line to these beds. All the way. And there's my cardboard down there. It's been a full day, y'all. All right, I'm going to show y'all something. All right, remember, we've got the leaves going. What you see in here, them white specks, that is perlite, and there's about a ½ inch of peat moss. And then we're going to come in with the soil. Yep, I hope y'all can see. I just want to show you this bed. As these boxes connect, we're filling this gap up here, and that's where I'm actually putting my basil throughout each crack that's in here. And in this bed, we have 2 Abe Lincolns. I've got 2 sweet banana peppers. And then I have, what is this? 2 homesteads. And it's getting late, I gotta do supper. But y'all, it's very simple how Lippy does it. You know, it works for me. Now I will fertilize with a granule Dr. Earth. But to jump start, this is what I do. I go arm deep, okay? I make a well. I throw a handful of calcium nitrate. I put a little dirt on there. Ooh, I got a splinter. And I pack it. I normally take my fist. Then I come in with triple 13. Now, I do have a big metal trash can that I keep it in, galvanized. But I keep this with the lid because I don't want my animals around it. And then I come in with a handful. I do not measure, guys. It's just a good handful on top of the dirt that I had packed in over the calcium. Put more dirt and I pack it, and then I go in with my plants. Water it in, and that's all I'm gonna do for 2 weeks. Then in 2 weeks, I'll start coming in and I'll show you guys what I use. And it's a Dr. Earth. I won't go back to the triple 13, okay? I normally just use it in these beds at the front end. The rest of the beds, if it's a ground bed, then I will side dress with that. But in raised beds, I don't use it but one time, and that's a pretty good handful. So I'll bring you in closer and let you see what I have planted. And then I'm gonna show you those Italian pastes. You know them ones that I can't pronounce. So let me take you over here. Oh, and see my little trellis I was telling y'all about? Well, I can't put my Confederate jasmine in because it won't bloom till next year anyway. So I've chosen to use it as an arch for my cucumbers. See, that's tomatoes, basil. And then this corner box, we're gonna have 2 of them at the front. I've gotta add dirt to it. I'm gonna plant a large perennial there. That's gonna bring in some bees. I don't know if you can see for the shovel. They're a little droopy, heat's on them. But this is the paste Italian. I only did 3. Now, these 2 varieties of paste that I'm showing you is new to me, okay? Never planted this before, these particular type of paste. So this is new to me. And don't worry, I am coming back with some mulch so I don't have splashback. So I'm not too much worried about those leaves right now. I can always trim them off. But here is them funny ones. Y'all know I'm not gonna tell y'all the name. P.E. Nola. Well, I know I butchered it. But I'm trying to zoom in. Y'all, it's the most oddest looking tomato plant I think I've ever seen. The leaves are curled, and they're supposed to be like that. So, let me back up some, me and my videoing. So I've got 4 in this bed to see how they're gonna do. And I showed you that bed. And I put the other 2 that did well back here in the back. And then I've got sweet bananas here, the rest of the bed. So that means 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 bananas with them. And these are just bales, just green bales. And that's what's left to do after I get supper going. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 more to fill, and then we're gonna stop for the day. Let's see what I got. I don't even have my glasses on. What do I have out here? Oh, squash. Can y'all see that? I still got squash to get out. Whew. Oh, it's hot, y'all. So there is Miss Lippy's garden. And I hope I did justice, showing you everything. Of course, there's more to come, but Rome wasn't built in a day. So here you have it. Thank goodness for Grandpa. But you know what that means? I gotta go do supper. Now, he did have a big breakfast. We had sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits for breakfast. We did skip lunch, y'all. So I gotta make up for it. We're gonna have a good supper. So here you have it. You got any questions for Buddy or I, just leave them in the comments. And if you're new to Miss Lippy's channel and you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm determined now. I'm just opening the door and letting everybody in. So what I can do to help somebody, they may have content that will help me. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're supposed to do. Is learn from each other, share with each other. It's a beautiful thing, guys. So, I'm hot. I'm gonna skip coffee right now and get some ice water. And I gotta edit this video. But until next time, as always, God bless.